crafters, and welcome back to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. We're celebrating day 6 of the August release, which has a whole bunch of new designs in store, different EAPs, different stamps, different dies, and I hope that you guys are going to like this video. So my video today is showcasing a special bundle or combo, and you'll notice that each video is highlighting a specific combo of products. I'm highlighting the Green Gala Crafty Meraki dies and EAPs, and I will also be using the Magic Maker dies. So here in the video you can see that I'm showing you the products that I'm going to be using. We've got the Green Gala the EAP and the die. There is a stamp set available, so you could purchase that as well, and you could use that with your own colors if you'd like. I'm going to use the EAP for this one. Here's the Magic Maker dies. I'm sorry I don't have the original packaging, but this is what it is. Is basically you've got like two main dies which cut out the main base, and then you've got decorative dies to add a little bit of pizzazz to it. I'm also going to be using the Chevron Chic die set, and this is really nice because those 3 dies will cut out 4 of each of those strips. And yeah, these are all the products we're going to start off using. I'm also going to be using the Gilded Expressions, actually all of these products here. So actually let's look at the Luxe Lilies first. And for this one there's a coordinating die. I'm going to use those two together. There's the Butterfly Bliss EAP. I'm going to be using this one as well. And again, there's a coordinating die for this. And then I'm also going to be using the Gilded Expressions ESP. So keep in mind, you can foil these to get different colors. And I'm going to be using the coordinating die for that as well. All of these products also have stamps available in the store. You can buy a full length stamp that stamps all of them out at once, or you can buy the set that has separate stamps. So it's completely up to you which one you want to get. So there's a lot of versatility and variety here. So as I mentioned, for the Magic Maker dies, you can see this is the main base. So I've cut that out of white cardstock, one for the larger die, and then the smaller strip die, I've got 2 of those cut out. Then for the decorative dies, which are all of the ones left there on the magnet, those are all cut out of some light pink cardstock. And the last one here, you can cut that out and use that if you want. You don't have to. It's not really necessary. So for the main part of our design, we're using the Green Gala EAPs, and I did cut out the green version of that where everything's like a green and yellow hue. And I just cut out 1 page of that. I cut it out ahead of time just to kind of prep for this video so it's not too long. I also cut out the Luxe Lily, so I've got that 1 lily there I'm going to use. The Butterfly Bliss, I've got that 1 butterfly there I'm going to use. And the Gilded Expressions, the Happy Birthday is what I'm going to use. I've also got a little strip of acetate, which I'm going to also use to put all of this together onto our Magic Maker die set. Okay, so let's get started with putting these together. Before we do, I just wanted to show you the Chevron Chic dies that I cut out, or die cuts. So I actually cut that one center panel out 4 times from these 4 different colors of cardstock. You end up getting 4 strips each. We're only going to need 1 each of those, so 4 in total. I can save the rest for another project. So to put together our actual base, our card base here, I'm using some strong double-sided adhesive, and that's 1/8 of an inch in size, and then I've also just got some tape runner. So before I actually start folding this up, I'm actually going to show you that this is like the easiest way to put this together. I'll put on all of the panels first, and then I'll fold everything up and attach it. That way you attach everything flat and it's just ready to go. So I've got the little, I don't know what you would call it, the flange, the little flange decorative piece for the left side. And you'll see it fits on only one side of this, okay? So there's 2 of those, one angles down one way and one angles down the other way. So I'll attach both of those here. And you can see that goes on very easily. Now, before you do the center, flip it. Because remember, those are going to fold to the front. And then you're going to get this centerpiece here, which is on the opposite side. So we will go ahead and attach this. And I noticed that it lines up the best when you line up the bottom closest to the bottom edge. So there isn't actually like a frame at the bottom. It's just around the sides and the top curve. Then for these two other pieces, one is going to be the front and the second one is going to go in the middle because we're going to make like a little extra section there that we can attach some of our leaves to. Now, as I mentioned, adding this decorative piece is really not important. I mean, you can add it if you want, but it's pretty much going to get covered. I just happened to cut it out by mistake, so I thought I might as well use it. And yeah, now we have both of these pieces. The front panel, we're going to jazz that up with those chevron chic strips. So I'm going to take each of these colors and just kind of line them up on the front panel, and then I'll cut off the overhanging bits. So I'm just pretty much adding the glue right onto the strip, and then I'll just attach it closest to the bottom. And then I'm going to take the strip that I'm going to place on the top, and I'm going to put that closest to the edge. I've got a little bit of a white edge down at the bottom on that first strip, and I want a little bit of a white edge right on the top of this strip. And you'll notice I have the arrows kind of pointing towards the right for these two strips. When I do the two strips in the center, I'm going to have the arrows pointing the opposite way. I just wanted to change them up a little bit and kind of have a little bit of a different look instead of everything pointing the same way. So now what I'm doing is I'm folding these little flaps, which I probably should have folded first so that these strips don't stick to them. And then in the same manner, I'll attach the two center strips. And I found that this was the easiest way to do it, to space the strips out evenly without having to measure. And that's usually my goal. I hate measuring things, and this is just a nice way to eyeball it so that I could get them all fit in there nicely and spread apart evenly. So I'll stick all of these down. Make sure I'll take my my tool here, and I'll just kind of burnish it down to make sure they're all stuck down there very nice and well. And then I'll cut off the overhanging bits. And just in case I didn't mention it, we do have like a sale going on. There is a bundle, and for this video, the bundle, as I mentioned, is going to be the Green Gala and the Magic Maker dies. And this is basically a flash sale. We'll have a discount code mentioned in the live chat for this combo or bundle, and it'll be good. It's good for about 48 hours. So if you use that discount code, you will get this bundle, again, the Green Gala and the Magic Maker dies, at a discounted price. So go ahead and take advantage of that. As I mentioned, that link is in the live chat. So moving on, I've gone ahead and I've folded this. I folded all the folded lines, and you'll see that you'll have like a hashed lines where everything should be folded. Now I'm going to start adding strong double-sided adhesive to just the two strip panels. There's two little flaps there, and that's where I'm going to add it. So it's only 4 spots you have to add this adhesive. And we're basically going to attach these to the main curved base there. So I'll go ahead. I pulled off all of the release papers. If you want and you feel like you're going to get things stuck to things they shouldn't be stuck to, what I'd recommend is on the left side, so the left flap of all of these, two of these. So you're going to take off 2 release papers from the left flap, attach those, and then do the right side. But I got ahead of myself and took them all off, so I might as well just continue taking them all off. And I'll just be careful when I'm placing these. So I'm just picking a point in the center of this flap. I'm lining this piece that I'm attaching up with the bottom so that this strip lines up with the bottom, and I'm attaching it, keeping that other flap that has the adhesive on it up so it doesn't stick. Same thing with this front flap. I'm going to attach it, again keeping that other flap with the adhesive up so that things don't stick where they shouldn't. So I've lined everything up, and I'll fold over the other side, and there you go. You can just basically fold it open and you have your Magic Maker pop-up box. So I added that second strip in there to create another layer of dimension, and you can add more things to the center and make your pop-up box card look a little bit more full. Now, as I mentioned, I have all of these die cuts which I cut out beforehand, and I'm basically just going to attach these. So this is the fun part. I love have everything kind of having it all cut out and then kind of putting it all together. It's just a lot of fun. Now the first thing I'm doing is I'm organizing all of these green gala leaves. I've got them by size, so I figure those 4 at the top are the smallest, the 3 in the center are like medium size, and the 2 at the bottom are the largest. And I'm going to place these based on their size. So the larger ones, just to start, to get an idea of my design, I'm going to go ahead and place the larger ones in the back. So they cover the most space and they rise up the highest so you can see them past the ones that are in the front. So that's basically my strategy for this card. And you'll notice I'm placing them a little higher than they should be. I'm sorry my head gets in the middle there. I actually didn't think it did, but it does. So I've placed them on either side. They're pretty large. You're probably going to see them even past the leaves that are in the front. And then I've also got this other leaf. I know I'm not going to really be using all of the small leaves in the front, so I might as well use this to kind of fill up the back a little bit and create a little bit of, basically give it more greenery. It's going to have a lot of greenery going on. Now, for the center strip, I'm just going to go ahead and attach these. Now, if you want to hide more of the stem, you could go ahead and attach this from the back rather than on the front of that panel. But I mean, at the end of the day, when you stand the card up and you look at it head on, you're not going to see it anyways. I don't think it's a huge deal. It is really your preference how you want to put it together. So I've just attached it to the front of that strip. You could attach it behind so that you don't see the bottom portion. I'm adding these leaves where I think they're going to cover most of that pink background, but still kind of stick up nicely and allow the leaves from behind it to show. And I'm just using my tape runner for this. I'm not using anything super adhesive. That way, if I want to move things around, I still can. I got this little lily, and I like the way the petals kind of curve. You'll see it fit right on the front there, even without the glue. So I'll go ahead and add some glue and put that on there permanently so I can kind of stick the 2 petals behind and that one hanging out the front. So that gives it a little bit more of a creative or natural look, like it's kind of overflowing outside of the box. And now I'll go ahead and use my acetate. So I'm just cutting this to size. The exact size of this in width, you can cut it to whatever width you want. I think I've got it at about 1/2 inch. And then for the length of it, this is 3 3 3/4 inches in size. So I basically can fit this so that the bottom of it is kind of flush with the bottom of the box. And then I can attach my little butterfly at the top. You can attach it more towards the top of the acetate or towards the bottom. Adjust it as you go based on how you want it to show up in your box. And that's basically going to create this really nice scene with this butterfly flying toward this lily and all of that green gala lush greenery in the background, which I thought was really nice. I was just going to go with the greenery, since this video does highlight the green gala and the pop-up box, but I thought by adding just 1 or 2 other elements, it might give the scene just a little more oomph and make it feel a little more natural. So we've got the butterfly and 1 lily, and I'm just adding a couple more leaves here to fill in the background and make it look a little more lush. I really can't think of another name except lush, but yeah. So yeah, this is really, I think, one of the fun things about these products. If you want to take the time to color in these EAPs, you can do that. You can add your own color scheme. You don't have to use the colors that are in the EAPs. You could get the stamps and stamp those out and color it in. And if you don't want to, this makes for a quick and easy card and a fun crafting time. Now for my sentiment, I've got deco foil. I always mention this. For these ESP or effortless shimmer paper, this is toner paper. Toner. So you want the deco foil, which sticks to toner. If you use the glimmer foil, which is used with the hot glimmer machine, it's not going to work. So make sure you use the right foil. I've gone ahead and I foiled these and they look really pretty. The foil I used was champagne deco foil, so it's like a lighter gold, so it's not too yellow, and I thought it would just go nicely with this. I notice I missed a leaf and I can't not use everything, so I'm going to stick this on there. I notice there's still a little bit of space there just behind the butterfly, so we'll go ahead and add this there. And now that that's kind of all in place there, I'm just ogling it because it looks really nice with the butterfly and the acetate. It looks like it's just flying there and it's just in space. So if you haven't done pop-up box cards before, that's one of the main tricks that there is use acetate, especially if you want floating elements in your design. It really helps. Now for the sentiments, I'm just using some strip foam adhesive, and I will attach this to the front of the box. You could attach it to the background. You could actually put the sentiment onto acetate and maybe have that kind of floating in the middle there. Instead of having the butterfly there, you could have put the sentiment there. It's really up to you how you want this thing to look. You can just play around with where you want to put things and you'll get different designs. If you want to make like a set, you could, and this is very easy to do mass production of these, especially with the EAPs. So you could cut out a few sets of these and then just organize things differently, put things in different places, put the sentiment, floating or in the background, and use a different, instead of using the lily, use another flower or something else, and you can get a whole bunch of different looks. And with all of the products that are available in this release, you definitely won't have any issue finding a variety of things to use. That also they coordinate really well. So I think that's one of the other things that I like about them, is that they all coordinate and go together perfectly. So I'll go ahead and attach that birthday, which is the last part of my sentiment. And then I have 2 more steps for this card. It always takes me a minute to get that backing off of it. So I'll go ahead and line this up and attach that. And there we go. And you can see that everything, it just looks very pretty. Let's add a little bit more prettiness. So I've got some gold opal gems is what they're called, and they're just basically pearls, gold pearls. I'm going to grab some glue and my Crafty Meraki embellishment wand, and what I want to do is just glue a few of these on. I'm not going to put too many, we've got a lot going on the card. I'll put a couple in the background and a few on that panel in the front. Now this isn't the last step, there's still one more step here, but before we get to it, I do have to mention that there are affiliate links available for all of the new release products that I'm using in this video, and they'll be available in the live chat description and in the comments. So if you guys want to go ahead and click on those and purchase these products, you can always do that. And specifically, if you like my design here and you wanted to create something similar, I'd appreciate if you'd use those links, because it's just helpful, and I definitely appreciate all of your support, and I love that you guys love the Crafty Meraki release as much as I do. Okay, so moving on to my last step, I've got some stickles here, and one of the things I love doing with all of the EAPs, not just this one, is adding some shine. So I don't just do that with the gems, I've also got stickles. This one I think is Stardust, so it actually has glitter in it that shines like an aura of colors, so all the different colors of the rainbow. And when I add it to the EAPs, it just adds an extra element to it that is absolutely gorgeous. You can see it just shimmering in the light there already. I haven't even put it on everything yet. So I'm just picking and choosing areas that I want to put it, mainly in the centers of the flowers, on that red portion of the wings on the butterfly, and then on the rest of the leaves. I'm just going to add a little bit here and there. You don't have to cover the entire thing, just a little bit to add a little bit of an accent here and there. And it doesn't even have to make any sense. If you want to put a little on the leaf and a little on the stem there, it doesn't matter. As long as it adds that shine, that's all that you want to do. And that's basically it for this card. So I hope that you have been inspired to create something similar. Do take a look at all of these products in the Crafty Meraki store. They're absolutely amazing. You definitely won't be dissatisfied. You will love what you've got, and I love all of these products myself. So hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I hope that you've been able to check out the Crafty Meraki store, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.